Hello and welcome to 5F. So the 5F notes. So these notes are all about figuring out where a certain point on a graph is. So in this first example, and on several examples, we're going to be given a little rectangle here. So it lists some points for us already. So we got 0, 0, of course, is the origin. This is 0, y. It's hard to tell what that is, but that's a y. And then we got x comma 0. So this point right here is 0 comma y, so that means we went sideways 0, up y. This point over here we went right x and up 0, so that's why it's x comma 0. So we have to figure out what those two blank spaces should be. So we need to figure out for this point how far right do we go from the origin and then how far up. So since this is the same distance right as this point, we went right x here, so we also go right x at that point. And then how far up? Well, this is the same height as this point, so we went up y to get to this point. So again, we went up y, so x comma y would be this point right here. So that's kind of how we're going to do these. All right, so next example, we got to figure out this point and this point. So again, this is still 0, 0. This point right here is a comma b, so that means we went right a, up b. So if I look at this point on the x-axis over here, how far right did we go? We went right, well, the same distance that we went right up here, so we went right a for that one. So this one, we're also going right a. And then how far up did we go, or down? Well, we didn't go up or down, so this will be 0. And then for this point, how far sideways do we go? Well, we don't go sideways at all, so that means x is going to be 0. And then how far up do we go? Well, it's the same height, or same level up as this point, and we went up b, so it'll be, our y value will be b. So just remember, x value tells you how far sideways you go from the origin, y value tells how far you go up or down. And the next example. So this one's a little bit different. So we got a rectangle on the bottom below the x-axis, and then it kind of splits the x-axis or the y-axis. So I need to know what this point is and this point. So still, this is 0, 0 right here. This point over here is c comma 0. This point over here is something we're going to have to figure out. But down here, this point is negative c, negative d. So that means to get here, we went left c, down d. So if I want to know what this point is here, how far left did we go? Well, the same distance left as this one, because these are the same distance left. So if this is negative c, this will also be negative c. How far up or down do we go? We didn't move up or down, so this will be 0. And then this point, we went right how far? Well, to get to this point, we went right c. So to get to this point, we also go right c. And then how far down do we go? Well, these two are at the same level, same height. So if we go down d to get to this point, we also go down d to get to this point. So negative d because we're going down. So moving on to the next page. So this time they give us a parallelogram. So this point is at AB. We need to figure out what this point is. So this is still the origin over here. This point's at c comma 0. So that means we go right c, up 0. This point's at AB, so that means we go right A, up B. So I went right A, up B. So right here, that would be A. This would be B. So if I want to know how far right we go to get to this point, well, from the origin, I go right A, and then we go right again, but this length and this length are the same because it's a parallelogram. So this length is C because we went right C. So if this distance is A, and this distance up here is C, this point has to be at A plus C. And then the height, these two are at the same height. So if we went up B here, we're also going up B. So our ordered pair would be A plus C, comma B. So that's a little trickier, because we have to add two things. All right, so next example. So this, it says E, it's supposed to be an F, so go ahead and change that to F. So this is FH, and then we got F plus G, comma H, and then we need to figure out this one down here. So how far right did we go? Well, if this point is F plus G, and this X value is F, then that means to get from here all the way to here, we had to do F plus G. But this distance is F, so that means this distance should be G, which also tells me that that distance is G. So our X value is going to be G. We don't go up or down, so Y is just 0. And then finally, the last example. So we need to figure out the midpoint of BD. So BD is this line segment right here. So if you remember a midpoint formula, it's x1 plus x2 divided by 2, comma y1 plus y2 divided by 2, all in parentheses. So if I'm trying to find the midpoint between these 2 points, I'm going to take the two x values. So our first x value is x, second value is x, add them together, divide by 2. Then I take the two y values. So y plus 0 divided by 2. So now I just do a little math and I'll have my answer. So x plus x is the same as 2x. Y plus 0 is just y. So 2x divided by 2, that just becomes x. Y divided by 2 can stay y divided by 2. So that is our midpoint. So that's how you find a midpoint. And that is going to be it for the notes.